Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for our featured bout. It is scheduled for 12 rounds, and it will be for the vacant WBO Global Welterweight Championship. Brought to you by Frank Warren for Queensberry, along with their great sponsors, Riot Season, 32 Red, That Prize Guy, Unibet, and Global Next Trade. It is sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control, Steward in Charge John Swanson, along with the World Boxing Organization. President Gustavo Olivetti, Supervisor Istvan Kovac, Timekeeper Jim Kirkwood. Our three judges assigned will be Zoltan Inyeti of Ukraine, John Latham of England, and Giulio Pidas of Italy. Our referee in charge will be Bob Williams of England. And now, boxing fans joining us live worldwide, and boxing fans here in Glasgow, Scotland. The time has arrived for the main event of the evening. Introducing, fighting tonight out of the red corner, he comes to the ring wearing black, white, and purple, and weighed in officially at 146.4 pounds. Coming to us from Nottingham, England, he brings a professional record of 21 wins, just one defeat, with 8 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the former British, English, and Commonwealth champion, and the former WBO European and WBC International Silver Welterweight champion, Ekow, the Engine Essuman. And his opponent across the ring in this main event, fighting tonight out of the blue corner, he comes to the ring wearing Taylor Tartan trunks and weighed in officially at 146.8 pounds. His professional record, 19 wins, 2 defeats, 13 of his 19 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the former undisputed super lightweight champion of the world and the fighting pride of Preston Pans, Scotland, Josh the Tartan Tornado Taylor.
Okay, gentlemen, obey my commands. In the event of a knockdown, the fighter standing will go to the furthest neutral corner and stay there. Protect yourself at all times. Belt line there, guys, okay? Touch gloves.
Kenny Buchanan, Jim Watt, Gary Jacobs, Scott Harrison, the late Willie Lemond, Alex Arthur, who's here tonight, Drew Doherty, Ricky Burns, Hannah Ranking, and of course, Josh Taylor have given us so many wonderful nights north of the border. Have we got another one? Awesome atmosphere.
Seconds out.
Josh Taylor at 34, he needs to relight his fabulous career. It's stalled lately and significantly. What about Ekow Essuman? Life-changing opportunity on this lofty platform. Levels, weight, timing, a blend of styles. So much to find out there.
It really is. But Essuman, nicknamed the Engine, and you know what? He does not stop. He looks to grind you down and makes you suffer. But don't be fooled by his boxing. He can box. Got good variety, works the body really, really well, but he's stepping up a number of levels here against Josh Taylor, who's been exceptional with what he's done in his career. And like I say, there are questions though. How much is left? How will he fare at this weight, this new weight at welter? Brilliant, brilliant clash of styles.
Josh Taylor at his peak was as good as a box fighter you would ever find. He was just perfect. The boxing getting into distance, and inside there he would just roll it in and out. The landing punches inside, he was strong, he could take a shot.
Fast hands from Taylor early. He looks to get into a rhythm. Centre ring, pumping that jab out. Early signs for the Scottish fans are good.
He's done the right thing here, Taylor. Take the centre of the ring. You know, he's the one who's with all the experience who's boxed at a higher level. And just stamping their authority early in the fight and just maybe put a bit of a worry and a bit of panic into Essuman's work potentially. Because he's stepping up a level here. He's been a brilliant fighter at his level. Sometimes that step up, it just makes you better, or you just find out you don't really belong there just yet.
Yeah, I think that's why Essuman's taking his time here. He's not rushing. Wants to see what this level's all about.
That was a good right hand from Essuman, who will surely have that power as a natural 10-stone 7 man. A really good start now. Taylor is getting his punches through, and Essuman has to hold. Fabulous first couple of minutes here.
Well, started with a good body shot with the left hand there from Taylor, then he chased him down then. Chased Essuman down and worked really well.
This is Taylor saying, you're not in my league, son. Welcome to the big league.
The speed has most definitely carried up to 10-7. The boxing IQ that he's always had. And it seems like the fire and the dedication are back. Essuman just trying to establish his physicality, the strength, but he's slower. He's much slower.
Essuman's weapon is that right hand. He's worked so well, especially against the southpaw. If you can time Taylor coming in, Taylor can be caught.
Yeah, against Ben Vaughan, he's through that right hand so well. Leads with a shot brilliantly, but this has been a very, very good opening round from Josh Taylor.
Slips straight back into a rhythm, hasn't he, Taylor?
Good work, son. In that round? Fantastic. Deep breath. You guys? What happened to having a look at him? Hey, listen to me. Fantastic. I want you to keep utilising your jab. The only shot he's looking for, son, is to walk it on for the right hand. You see what we're working on in the gym? You catch the one, don't hold for the second, move, pick up the feet and pivot round every second.
Welcome back to another huge
I want you to be clever with the
on the
setup.
zone, Joe. McNally and Declan O'Rourke, who've been with Josh Taylor a while now, used to train with Shane McGuigan. He really has been such a tip-top, classy fighter. Remember, holding all 4 belts as the undisputed champion. That super lightweight up at welterweight now. This is his debut, his Queensberry debut as well. Josh Taylor, the white and black shorts of Ekow, the injured Essuman. Really popular figure from Nottingham, 36 now, and he gives absolutely everything. And there's the self-belief, and that right hand has got through a couple of times.
That's the shot for Essuman, that lead. Leading with that right hand. Oh, it's a good left hook though from Taylor. Fantastic shot.
And look when he gets that, look at that front foot of the Taylor. He literally puts it right behind the lead foot there of Essuman. That allows him then to punch right through the target with that left hand. He fully commits to it.
His footwork has always been exceptional. Josh Taylor, who struggled here against Jack Cattrall in that really controversial outcome. There's another right hand for Ekow Essuman that will give the red corner some confidence here, despite being outboxed early.
So Taylor can't switch off at times, and I think that's important. If Essuman can notice that, the pattern that he just switches off now and again, that's your opportunity to try and jump on him. But it's difficult when someone like Taylor who has that grit as well. When he takes a shot, he wants to fire back, and he can pay for it.
Yeah, he's always been good, hasn't he? Under pressure, getting inside and fighting fire with fire, as well as using his sharp shooting skills.
I mean, look, in his prime, he was able to do it all. He really was, but the power here, very evident. You can see he's punching hard at welterweight.
That's a lovely combination there. He 3 punches really fast before he moves the feet, and then just slid it like an extra inch closer to go again.
utilising his backhand really well early, Josh Taylor. But he has to be wary of the right hand of Ekow Essuman. Maybe 8 knockouts on that record for Essuman, but he is the natural, much bigger guy. Maybe not taller, but look at the huge shoulders he's got and the condition he's in.
Yeah, and that right hand, we've already spoken about as the weapon. Like to see him just really take the head off the line to the left-hand side once he's thrown the right hand, then look for that left to the body. A very, very good body puncher, Essuman.
That's what you got to be
Wild
careful
with
of.
the right hand, though.
Yeah, he does that quite often, brings that right foot forward and squares himself up. You've got to be careful he doesn't get caught coming in like that, Essuman.
Good defence there from Taylor. Goes again. Essuman, that's what they call him, the engine. Non-stop. Often late drama in Ekow Essuman fights. Taylor trying to punch through the guard with that advantage in speed and mobility. Good work from Taylor again, and works the body of Essuman.
Start working now, they could make you score this round, yeah? So watch out. Yeah? Now give it to his best. When he punches him back, you know he's not punching that position as well. Yeah? Keep up that side of it. Yeah? How you feeling? Good. Alright, yeah? You feel his power. Yeah? Come on in, yeah? Make it 2 doors, yeah?
We're going to work badly after this round. Pop, pop, block, 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 block.
Carrington Brown, a Nottingham stalwart, as always in the corner of Ekow Essuman, who's a family man and a lovely guy around the circuit. We always see him, don't we? Smile on his face. Looks after the young kids as well in Nottingham and the area. He's a great guy.
Yeah, he really does give you that impression that he's living the dream.
But will it turn into a nightmare with the fast fists of Josh Taylor, who's trying to reinvent himself? But there's the right hand of Ekow Essuman. That's the danger shot. It's got through 2-3 times now. And Josh Taylor, for all his razzle-dazzle, has been just playing his tricks a little by that right hand.
As you say that earlier on, just switches off every now and again, Taylor. Now the first shot, fair enough, he switched off and got caught with the second one, which he shouldn't have got caught with, really. But it was good for Essuman there. He had a bit of success and he worked off it straight away.
Yeah, more intent, more desire, more aggression with the hands and the feet. I think he needs to do that in patches. 4 or 5 shots, take a step back, then go again.
That jab of Josh Taylor, honed in a brilliant amateur career, and has served him so well. And Essuman again, opening up, and the right hand to the head and to the body. But he won't have been hit like this before at this weight.
Like I say, them first couple of rounds could have been a case of Essuman just having a look. Like I say, this is stepping up in levels. You don't know, you can do all the sparring in the world with top level fighters. Not until you get in there under the bright lights that you know if you belong there or not, how good those fighters are.
Right hook there from Josh Taylor, just on the temple there of Essuman. I think Essuman in the corner, they were saying, what's the power like? And he sort of shook his head and said, nothing great. But it might not be the power, it might be the speed and the angle of the shot, the ones he doesn't see.
He takes that step to the right so well, Taylor, to throw that left hand to either head or body. It's a nice shot, head's come close as he threw that left to the body.
Styles are gelling really well here. They have done a bit of sparring back in their Team GB days, but that was an age ago. A world apart from where they are now. Josh Taylor trying to get his career started again after this inactivity. Ekow Essuman looking for a world title shot. Believes he deserves it after a really good career. And how he excites this Ekow Essuman. Josh Taylor working the body.
See, there's that right hand. He missed with the shot there, but he was in a position to throw the left to the body after.
There's a lovely dip on that to the side there from Taylor to make him miss with that shot. Let me tell you, he's just got to keep the pressure on here, Josh Taylor. That's where he's the most effective. As long as he's trained hard and his tank is full.
And that's the kidney barrier. And a right hand from Taylor. Just unsettled up. SOS. Comes back though. He's held a big shot. And look at that. This is great. Meanwhile, Hitchens, Cambosos Jr. Saturday, June the 14th, the IBF World Super Lightweight belt on the line. In New York, it's another mega matchup brought to you by DAZN, part of your unrivaled subscription. Fights virtually every night. We're in Doncaster for a big one last night. Scotland tonight, it's non-stop Darren Barker.
Yeah, we've been spoiled, haven't we? And this is started off nicely. Better signs from Esuman there, landing a lovely right hand. Followed it up with some really, really good work. Just more intent, as I say, more fire, more aggression. Seemed to just take a little bit of the legs away from Taylor there, but it was the right hand. I'm not sure if we're going to see it right at the very end. Just seemed to stiffen the legs of Taylor.
And Taylor walked to the wrong corner as well. Let's make a note of that.
I want to bring Carl in to see how he's assessed the first 3 rounds. I know you know Josh Taylor so well. What are your thoughts, Carl?
I have him 1 round up. I gave him the first 2 and Ekow the second round. A really good round from Ekow, or the third round, sorry. A good round from Ekow. Landed that right hand a couple of times, and we'd seen it land once or twice just in the previous round. He was getting a little bit closer, but I'd just like to see Josh getting back his boxing a bit more, not mixing it. He doesn't have to mix it. Look at the length and the reach he has of an advantage on Ekow. Box him at distance, and then maybe at a stage you can start the fight then. But I have the impression here he's playing up to the crowd a little bit, wants to impress other people.
There's real glimpses though, Carl, of the old Taylor. That razzle-dazzle at times.
Absolutely, the hand speed, the punch selection, how he's, I mean, the position he gets into and the distance he covers when he's punching is phenomenal. So we're seeing glimpses of the old Josh Taylor. I think that a lot of that's down to the weight and moving up to the weight division that he should have been in a long time ago.
But also, Cal, doesn't he have to be impressive though tonight? I know you said he's playing for the crowd.
I know, I think he does. I think he does have to be impressive. But I just think I'd like to see him maybe just be a little bit more relaxed early on, and then maybe put the foot on the pedal down the stretch.
Yeah, there's got to be some nerves even with all his experience. Josh Taylor, he knows he's got to get this right. Under the watchful eye of the new promoters, Queensberry, live on DAZN. And Ekow Esuman has just got this golden opportunity. He's been plugging away, Darren, hasn't he? And he'll want to try and take this into deep waters and test Taylor's heart and desire at this stage of his career.
Exactly, find out how much. Oh, good left hand!
Lovely left hand from Taylor. Esuman felt that, and he's got a good chin, Ekow Esuman.
But it was the speed of the shot. Oh, good response there from Esuman. It was the speed of the shot from Taylor.
Oh, right hands from Esuman, and this is swinging one way, then the other in this 4th round, and suddenly Esuman has a breakthrough.
Brilliant round, still 40 odd seconds to go. Both having success.
Esuman got a dip low there and just throw that right hand over the top. Just fully commit with it. Take that step forward and just believe in it.
I tell you what, we're all looking forward to this fight. Never mind what Josh Taylor and Ekow Esuman might do in the future. When this match was made, wow, in reality, it's living up to it.
Absolutely. Look, we all knew of the pedigree down at a level from Esuman, the way he works and tries to grind, as I say, his opponents down, and that's where the questions for me really come from. How would Taylor fare with this sort of pressure? But it's been some heavy punching from both in this round.
Wonderful. Swapping artillery. The two of them going to war early.
Breath, Josh. Suck it up, son. Fantastic again. What's that in there? No, it's your shite. You won it. Now listen to me. You've caught him with a nice counter, offsetting the jab up, son, and executing it, being patient, moving ahead. He gives you the opportunities. It's just about keeping your shape and using your jab, okay? But don't be stupid enough to be going for the kill, Josh, when he's got a lot of the juice left, okay? Because you've got caught yourself there. Listen to me, son.
Good
You've got
advice there.
force going,
Keep
going,
your
going.
shape,
Even when
utilise
you're
the
there
jab.
to raise,
He's
be
got the
cute with
skills,
centre.
Barry.
But it's
Just
what we
don't
were
go
saying about, you know,
pushing
he
in,
switches off now and again, and
Use the
Carl saying about, you know,
momentum.
remember you can box. I think he has to be the pressure fighter here, but he can do it from the range. He can move behind the long shots, doesn't need to go the distance. But after he lands with the shot, it's not switching off in that little space there, allowing Essuman a chance to get in, because Essuman is not a big puncher, but he's heavy-handed.
Few years since Josh Taylor really lit up the scene. That win over Regis Prograis, of course. Jose Ramirez, fabulous stuff, but the wheels just have come off lately in his career, and he might have to dig deep here against Ekow Essuman. He's boxing well, Taylor, but Essuman's dangerous.
He got caught with a temple shot there, Taylor. Just unsteady the legs. He's got him back under his feet again here, but he's got to be careful of that. Get that glove a little bit higher with that left hand.
Yeah, the body language is good from Essuman as well. He knows he can hurt the local man here. Really starting to plant his feet and let heavy shots go. I'd like to see a bit more variation with that left hand from Taylor. He loops it in so well to the body. I'd like to see him then fire it back upstairs.
We heard the corner, keep your shape, use the jab, but Essuman giving him no real respect, trying to walk him down, and really
strong, looks strong here, Adam.
Very strong.
Tell you what though, the straight punches from Taylor was just so effective.
Not much between punches thrown. But look at the power shots landing from Taylor. 47 as compared to the 27 of Essuman.
Yep, the quality shots from Taylor, looking for that body again. Round of applause from the blue corner. And when he finds the space and he takes his time, his work can be beautiful, Josh Taylor. But Essuman just keeps marching forward. And if he can take Taylor's power...
But I don't think it's the right shot selection from that far out. I think he's allowed, because he's allowing Essuman a chance to land with it. I mean, he can do that shot after he throws a straight shot, then take that step and do that shot. It's the right punch, but at the wrong time.
Gloves high there from Essuman. Can't match him in speed, but can in other departments. He's probably learning a lot about himself in there as well, Ekow Essuman tonight.
For sure. Some good work there when he's not throwing, Taylor. Sort of dipping the knees, slipping either side. That's lovely. Counter right hook there. Beautiful shot.
Wonderful shot. Just round the side of the head. Right hand. Taylor on his toes now. This is where he really excites the crowd. That's why they love him.
He gets a bump to his step. When he has a bit of success, there's little bumps to his step, and then he gets a bit more energy in his work, Taylor. The thing is, when you've got someone like Essuman, though, he's always going to fire back, so you've got to be aware of what's going to come back when you are being ultra aggressive.
Just out of range, Ekow Essuman, but the right hand attempting to squeak through the middle, down the pipe, trying to rattle Taylor. That's great though, when Josh Taylor finds the room. Been working nicely, crowd loving it.
Yeah? You need to step it up a little bit now. Yeah? Stop waiting. Yeah? He's run out of ideas. He's throwing the same shots. Yeah?
Put more shots together.
Combination punches now. When you put your foot, you don't throw. Bam, 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 bam. Come on. Keeping your feet.
You need 10% more work, mate. Just a little bit more work.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. He's not liking the pace already.
Combinations,
Standing there doing all that
Darren.
holding, he's having the rest of that
That's what he does so
yeah,
well.
you're the engine for a
Volume,
reason.
busy.
You've got to show him that
He's
engine.
got to be
Come on,
smart in
Ekow,
the way he
like this,
approaches
Come on.
those flurries of shots. Can't be reckless.
Have you got it at the moment?
I've got it a tag closer than the rest of the guys. I gave Essuman that last round.
Let's bring Carl in. I want to see what you think of the last couple. I know how you scored the first three.
I give Josh that last round. I think he had a decent round there actually. But I do think what Barry was saying, he has a good point, and Josh is throwing the wrong shot. Doing it at the wrong time. He's trying to throw that kind of bolo left hand into the body, but he's getting too close to do it and allowing Ekow a chance to land. I just don't think he needs to be that close at that stage. but I have him well in front.
Yep, I've got it exactly the same. I thought Taylor won that 5th round, but it's a bit unfair, I think, on Ekow Essuman's effort in those right hands that get through, because the judges might have liked those, but the work rate of Taylor has been effective. But it is still early, not even halfway, and Essuman, we know, comes on well late.
But it's about who dictates the. Forget about the pace of the fight. It's about who dictates the pace. If you're boxing at a frantic pace, but you're in control of it, it's easier for you. And if you slow the pace down and make a fight that runs about the high pace, slow him down, then he tires as well. So whoever dictates the pace is in charge of the fight.
Targeting the body, Essuman. And the jab there. Combination, said the corner. It's good work from Ekow Essuman.
Yeah, it is good work. I'd like to see Taylor fire off of those shots, though. Counter with the left hook.
Digging in that left hook to the body, trying to test Taylor's resilience. At this stage of his career, he's 34. Essuman's 36, but maybe fresher.
Yeah, he hasn't had the wars that Taylor's had. He hasn't boxed at that level, of course. I mean, Taylor's route to winning a world title was as tough and as brilliant as I've ever seen. It was phenomenal. To undisputed, of course.
Yep, Scottish legend forever. Josh Taylor, whatever happens next. But he so wants to become a 2-weight world champion. Essuman just wants to challenge for a world title. An honest, really good all-round fighter who's trying his very best. Better round for Essuman here.
It's a good right hook. Caught Taylor high on the head.
A good defence as well.
Yeah, he does. I remember he cuts up well, moves the head. I'd like to see Taylor just sharper with that jab, just pouring it out a little bit too much at the minute.
Marking up under the left eye of Josh Taylor, who has been susceptible to cuts over the years, but that never bothers him. He just bites down on the gum shield and gets on with it.
I mean that fire, that spite, that desire to get stuck in from Taylor, even though he's so punched as a fighter, is so good for us all to watch as fans.
Ring 3 event, a packed house in Glasgow, and it will be a special night in New York City. A blockbuster card too. Shakur Stevenson, William Zameda, Edgar Berlanga, Hamza Shiraz. Another memorable night of boxing in the Big Apple. America starting to rumble again. It's good to see.
It's some big fights over the pond. What venue this is, what an atmosphere we've had already this evening.
But it looks like MSG, doesn't it? From that angle.
It does.
Madison Square Gardens, of course.
It's a cracking venue here in Glasgow, and it's happy hunting ground for Josh Taylor. His 6th appearance in this. He's won all 5, although, of course, that Jack Catchell one, highly controversial. Ekow Essuman into the second half of this welterweight battle, and again attempts the right hand, which has given him success. But is Taylor, well, as he rounds up, Essuman, I thought, boxed well in the last one.
He did, but I still think got Taylor ahead here. But when Essuman lands with a good shot, if he can just quicken his feet up, just keep putting more pressure on Taylor. He lands with a good shot now and again, allows Taylor to escape a little bit more. If he just lands that right hand, just bring his feet forward quicker and throw the same shot again.
Marching forward, Ekow Essuman, only 1 defeat on his record to Harry Scarf, and he's an awkward fighter. Very awkward.
Yes, to say the least.
Body shots there.
This is what he does well. Essuman works the body well. That was a good right hook though back from Taylor.
Lovely feint there from Taylor then. Didn't really capitalise on it. It was a real good move.
Again tries the right hand, but not throwing those punches together like the corner wanted. Maybe he's saving it for the championship rounds, the last 3 or 4. Maybe he feels that Taylor will tire. But Taylor Said he's much happier at this weight. Good body shot though.
Adam, I really think he's got to finish the combinations with that left to the body, because it takes you in the safe zone as well. When you're leaning over, throwing that left to the body, you're avoiding the shot coming back from Taylor. That's a lovely though. Right to the body from Taylor.
Yeah, they're swapping body shots. Taylor looks so classy when he delivers his.
Just gotta be careful, Taylor. He just stands up a little too tall every now and again when they're in close. But what he does do is always look to work.
But that's what we love about him. Taylor, he loves to scrap.
Here.
And there is a
on the
cut.
left eye.
Yep. More damage for Josh Taylor in his career, but it's never really bothered him. He knows that it happens.
He's stopped using the jab here, Taylor. Even when he's using it now, he's just sort of touching with it. I mean, you know, he's got a really good heavy right hand. If he just starts using that jab again, that sets up all the other attacks he's looking to do.
That started a couple of rounds ago. He was just pouring the shot, as you say, no real speed in that lead hand.
Clash of heads caused the cut, but those body shots from Essuman are sinking in to that tall, lean figure of Josh Taylor. And it's a good round again for Essuman. It's a nice spell in the fight. He's calm and composed, and his shots are landing.
Here they are, starting well downstairs, working back upstairs. Up to that eye, that spur him on as well. That left hand, sorry, the right hand of Essuman. The worst in that cut.
Interesting.
Well, listen, you've got some fantastic shots, but you're holding the feet too long. See these wide hooks that he's throwing? Same as we've done all camp. Tuck the elbows in and shoot back short. Stay low, step close, real close. And if you're not in a position to go, catch real close and shoot back short.
Tap to your left eye, crack your head.
Okay.
That's lovely work there from Essuman, going low with the left hand to the body there, staying nice and low as well when he throws that right hand and punching up. Just going to see here the clash of heads. It's just one of those things, unfortunately, even though Essuman's coming in going low, I don't think it's obviously not intentional as well. One of those just unfortunate things when you have people boxing from the opposite sides. But a good round for Essuman, I thought.
Yeah, and he's light on his feet. Ekow Essuman dancing almost as he comes out of that red corner. But Taylor with a fast start to round 8 here at welterweight for the first time. Taylor, Ekow Essuman, a hardened warrior. The engine, right hand. He's had a good couple of rounds and he's coming on strong. Carl Frampton, how are we seeing things now? Is there a shift?
Well, I give Ekow the last round, but I still have Josh in control of the fight. But Ekow's coming on strong. There's just signs that he's getting a little bit closer, and like Barry says, Josh just neglected the jab a little bit in the last round. And if I'm in Josh's corner, I'm telling him to keep things as long as possible, because when Ekow gets close, although Josh is a good inside fighter, it gives Ekow a chance to land something and get something off. So I do still have Josh in front. But Sands, he's just slowing down a little bit.
Thanks, Carl. 3 judges at ringside from the Ukraine, from Italy, and from here in England, our own John Latham. But Williams in charge of this. He hasn't had to do much. It's been a good fight.
Essuman's trying to be thoughtful here, and usually that's a really good thing. That is, take the time to shot. But I think he needs to keep the pressure on like this. If Taylor is down to tire, make him feel it now. Make him feel all those hard fights he's had over the years. Put the pressure on now.
Sweet right hand from Ekow Essuman. It's a funny one because some of the Warren family are in the Essuman corner and some are in Josh Taylor's.
A bit of swelling under that left eye as well. Taylor, last thing he needs is that closing.
And it's this right hand as well as that head clash. And Essuman will keep throwing that and a left hook. And this is really good from the Nottingham veteran. And is he a veteran at 36? He's boxing really well, a little slip there. But he's tough as old boots. He's Ekow Essuman. And he's blocking these shots from Taylor. And he wants to take the fight to him now.
You know what was good there from Essuman? Taylor switched off for a second, but he stayed switched on. So he saw it, just jumped right on it, and that's a big move. But as long as he stays close and looks menacing here, when Taylor takes a little bit of a walk, Essuman just got to keep jumping on him.
And I think he can fire The right hand over the left of Taylor. Double up the shot as well. Seems to be getting worse as well. Good work again from Essuman.
Right hand again from Ekow Essuman. Taylor comes back. He might well have to dig deep and utilise this crowd here, Josh Taylor, because the pendulum has swung. And well, we wondered if we'd be going back to Nottingham anytime soon after Anthony Cacace beating Lee Wood the other night. But Ekow Essuman, if he gets through this, big nights are ahead.
Left to the body as well. I'd like to see that back upstairs. Double up with that left hand, Josh Taylor.
Yeah?
You got to do harder. Yeah? You can do harder. You can do harder. You know you can.
Come on, Ekow.
Take him to where you want to take him.
Another good solid round there from Essuman. It's a lovely long right hand there. Just when Taylor switched off, he jumped on him, seen the low, and just good solid round throw. Kept the pressure on Taylor. Taylor not looking for a rest. I'm trying to look for the one big shot with it. He should go back to his boxing here. Taylor.
And he's backing up. Think, get the feet in and then go again. Get real close. Punch. Don't try too hard for the single. Okay? I want you to put the punches together. Now, you'll keep the energy. Not full round. Hit it to slap. Take them.
It's been a long, hard decade as a professional for Josh Taylor in fight number 22. This is the 148th round of his career for Ekow Essuman. 23rd fight, and it's the 171st round, not at the level that Taylor has been fighting, of course, but these two are real battle-hardened warriors. And who's going to get the advantage in these last four? Who does it suit? Essuman
Coming on strong like this is what Essuman does.
Taylor's got to be pushing him back, and like Cal was saying, he hasn't got a closer distance to do it. He can do it long. But he's giving Essuman momentum here. Essuman, when he is coming forward, is almost impossible to stop.
Is that the natural welterweight, stopping Taylor from being able to do that?
That's a good point, Darren. Owen Cooper Penbourne. Fight Shift 2024. Long, hard, welterweight, tough ones for Essuman. You can see there he's thrown more, not landed as much. Josh Taylor probably ahead on the cards, we don't know. It's surely tighter than it was.
Left to the bit from Essuman. Good body shot, got exposed, and again the combination. Time to punch in punches now here, Essuman.
And he's got to fire back, Josh Taylor. He has to fire back with his own shots. Like you say, it's getting close.
His corner are telling him, like, he's looking for that big shot, Taylor. I understand why, but his corner saying, relax and just throwing combinations.
Barry, he's really growing in confidence here, Ekow Essuman, because I don't think he feels Josh Taylor can hurt him. Right hand, and that is what he's been doing all night long. Those single rights. Can he deliver more? Back goes Taylor. Crowd starting to believe again. Glimpses of the old, brilliant Braveheart from Scotland.
Taylor's got, every time Taylor dips, you got to come back with a punch and then roll or dip the other side and come back with a punch again. You got to keep that continuity in his work.
Body shot was good there from Ekow Essuman on the inside. 45 seconds left in the 9th round. This is really fascinating now.
Blinking Taylor in these clinches here. That eye is really starting to bother him.
He just keeps coming forward. Ekow Essuman doesn't ever really look tired. It's just simple, effective boxing.
You can't call yourself the engine and have a slow, plodding work rate. We know what he's all about, but as you said though, he's growing in confidence, and that's allowing his natural style to really start to blossom. He's letting the shots go.
When you see the second half, certainly in the last minute of this round, Taylor made it a little bit closer.
Fantastic, Josh. Come on, fucking suck it up. Deep breath. Who's that name? Yeah. Into the 10. Listen, you've got loads left. He hasn't. And he's pushing his shot slow. Stop looking for big singles on me, champ. Okay? You're looking for one home run. Okay? Can you put the punches together for me?
Yeah, has he lost his shape a bit? Josh Taylor, he's telling you he's got loads left.
Show it. You've got to start showing it. Liven up a little bit. You've got to,
psychological.
Look, as soon as Essuman lets his shots go, it's important that you leave your mark in the judges' mind. You fire back. We all work.
Now look, don't leave any of these close rounds. Just put them in the bag for me. Don't be coming higher. Stay in the motherfucking centre. Okay? Let's go, champ. Come on. Switch it on. Loads left.
9 minutes left in this super venue on a great night for Scottish boxing. We've seen some real stars born, but Nottingham's Ekow Essuman trying to break the hearts of these faithful north of the border. It's back to Carl. How's your card?
I think I still have Josh one round in front, but Ekow's getting closer here. You have one round in front and Ekow's getting closer. Josh is looking like he's tiring up, but I like the advice from Joe McNally in the corner. Just hold the centre of the ring. Don't be going to the ropes. And when you do go to the ropes, don't be covering up and allow Ekow to get shots off. Whether they land or not, it looks good. But there's some big shots coming here now from Ekow.
Yes, thumping shots from Essuman. There's a smile. I think he believes he's got Josh Taylor where he wants him now. And these are rough moments for the former undisputed super lightweight champion of the world. The great Josh Taylor has now got a really tough few minutes ahead of him.
Yeah, look, there was 4 or 5 unanswered shots there from Taylor. He double poured the jab out. I mean, look, you need to get busy. That's good with the left hand to the body. Fire it back upstairs afterwards. Oh, good lead right hook from Taylor.
Great work from Josh Taylor here in the 10th round, trying to turn the tables and turn back the years in a great main event, live on the zone, delivered by Queensberry, and it's their new signing, Josh Taylor. How have the judges got it?
And that's what you got to keep doing. He just did it then, but didn't get the work of it. I look to sway side to side, and then find the angle of attack that way, but he has to keep punching in combinations here, Taylor. 2s or 3s. As the corner have been asking for the last 2 or 3 rounds.
And sharper in defence as well. We've got to avoid that right hand of Essuman, and on the flip side, Essuman just keep throwing that shot. That was better from Taylor, slipping on the outside of that right, looking for the left to the body. Nicely poised down the stretch this fight.
It really is, isn't it? And Taylor's digging in, but back comes Essuman. These right hands to their body and then to the head. Eye-catching shots. Last minute of the 10th. I think the judges will like those. And look at the spring to his step, Barry.
Yeah, well, he took it a bit of a rest out, but shot. Thumping was well taken there by Taylor. Lovely right hand there from Essuman. And he's had to stand up moments in the rounds. In a close round, he's had to stand up moments, and that might just give him the edge.
He's saying, you've got the talent, you've got the world titles behind you, but I'm a big, strong, powerful welterweight, and welcome to 10 stone 7.
And he's really trying to impose that size, that natural size advantage into this fight, working well with that right hand. But this is a good reply from Josh Taylor right at the very end of the round. The left hook though from Essuman.
It's a cracking session here. The 10th may be the round of the fight. Rounds of applause at ringside. Who has this taken more out of?
10.
10, yeah.
Hey, you're fucking boxing real well, but stop giving him the 3 shots, son. Okay? You're standing and holding the feet too long. Stay in the centre. Boxman, don't give him the rest. You've caught him. You're at your best when you're putting the punches together. Too many singles. You're looking for this. Feint. Drop it and then come up to the head. Switch the attack. Head, body, head. Real close. And then rest when you want to rest. Okay? Is that registering, Mr. Taylor? Now look at me, son. When you're resting, just keep your shape. Just stop him putting it on you. Okay? Listen, he needs these 2 rounds. He needs them. Don't fucking give him them. Okay?
Is that registering, Mr. Taylor? They say that Ekow Essuman needs these last 2 rounds. We don't know how the 3 judges have got it. Is it in the melting pot? Last 6 minutes. Who can finish stronger? crucial rounds for both of these guys' careers.
Yeah, these are big rounds coming up, the championship rounds from both here. Very, very close. But the body language again from Essuman looks better to me. This is the kind of fight that he likes. These are the stages where you expect him to get busy, but the class from Taylor still there.
Well, Taylor's been here before. He knows how to battle through. But can you still do it?
Yes, will the legs, will the body stand up to the constant pressure and physicality of Ekow Essuman? The speed has been with Taylor, the cameos of class, no doubt, but still Essuman just trying to punch through the guard of Taylor and lean on him. Anything he can do.
Just Taylor's punches not having the effect they were early in the fight, I think, for Essuman's, and that's allowing Essuman to almost walk through it.
I think he doesn't respect Josh Taylor's power. I think he made that clear to the corner, didn't he, earlier on?
There was speed on the punches earlier with Taylor, that's why, and I think they were enough to catch him unawares.
For Essuman there in the 10th round, which was a fabulous 3 minutes.
The 18 power shots landing from Essuman, you know, that really shows me that's real belief.
It's a very tough welterweight division worldwide. Darren Boots Ennis, Elliot Barrios, lots of good fighters. What does this tell us about Josh Taylor's future at 10 stone 7? First of all, he's got to get the decision here, but Ekow Essuman has surely pulled it right back. Is he in front?
Well, look, I mean, look, if you talk about the last 20 seconds, it's about 7 to 8 shots landing from Essuman to 1 from Taylor. It just needs to be busier, Taylor, now. Got to get working.
I've got Essuman ticking off these last few rounds. Carl, let's bring you in. It must be much closer.
Yeah, I actually think I have Ekow in front now by a round, and momentum's on his side. He looks to be the fresher in the fight. Josh has got to really dig in deep. I think we talked about at the top of the show, he needs the crowd here on his side. He needs the crowd to be lifted, and I think he has to win something of these last 2 rounds, and he's not winning this round.
No, he's not. Essuman is just ticking off these later rounds as we thought he might. The engine is coming through, and Taylor just doesn't seem to have the same snap as he had in the first few rounds. How close is it? This man, Ekow Essuman, boxing the fight of his life, really.
Every time you get close, he's holding. Take half a step forward and half a step back, then sit down and bring the shots. Yeah? Don't smother yourself, don't allow him to hold you. A little half a step up and then rip into the body. You're killing him to the body, go back into the body. Body first, then go upstairs.
Hands go. You need to get real on Josh away, keep them short. He needs this round, okay? I'm going to give him that one. Take this one for yourself, okay? You owe it to you. You owe it to yourself. Come on, use that jab. Stay off the motherfucking rope. Stay off them. Let's work. Come on, get it in the fucking bag. Get that down on that bullshit. Stay tight.
I think that's a fairly worried blue corner. Josh Taylor could very well need this last round. He might need it big. Ekow Essuman for us is coming on so strong, and Taylor's got to dig really deep here. Carl, Ekow ahead for you now.
I've got Ekow in front here. It's just not looking good, and he looks the fresher fighter, but Josh he's got to dig deep. He has to win this round on my top scorecard anyway to come away with a draw. We've seen glimpses of really good stuff at the start, but it's from the second half of the fight, it's been all Ekow.
I think Taylor's at the point now where he has to commit. I think he had the fight, he took control of the fight at one point, but then looking for that big shot rather than just letting the punches go. I think that's maybe cost him.
A fight of 2 halves, Darren, but if Essuman maybe pinch one of those early rounds, he wins it.
Got it. Quite a couple more for Essuman. But it took him 4 or so rounds to get into his rhythm, but once he did, he's really got to work, hasn't he? Worked really well with that right hand. He's worked to the body of Taylor well, and it's just been the volume, as we've spoken about, and he's just not matched it, Taylor. He's not fired back with the flurries that we were seeing in the early rounds.
Incredible shape. Ekow Essuman still looks fresh, really does. His 36-year-old legs have worked well tonight. His right hands, his defense has been good. He's been very polished. Ekow Essuman. And Josh Taylor at times has reminded us of the brilliance, but at other times just hasn't kept that shape that they were asking for.
Essuman just, all you got to do, Essuman, don't make any mistakes now, and then he's won the fight for me. Taylor got to take a bit more of a gamble here.
Here comes Ekow Essuman again, cementing this fight now, surely down the stretch, winning maybe 4, 5, 6 rounds in a row, and Josh Taylor looks like he needs to hear the final bell. I wonder if he'll say afterwards that physicality at welterweight was difficult. He picked a very tough first opponent at 10 stone 7. He's trying to come back, but
He's got to roll the dice with that left hand. Josh Taylor, he landed a good one a moment ago. He's got to throw it and get really turned.
But it didn't make a dent in it on Essuman.
it didn't. Essuman comes right back at him. I think this has been a great performance from the man from Nottingham. Again, in the lion's den as he's done much of his career. Taylor had a good start. There's been plenty to like about Josh Taylor tonight, but Ekow Essuman has dragged him into a battle, and what a good fight. Respect between the pair. The judges will decide, but all of us here have got Ekow Essuman winning.
I'll tell you something, that was a brilliant scrap. That was a really good watch, that was, really good watch.
Yeah, what an entertaining main event. We've had knockouts throughout the night, stars born, and a main event that lived up to all the hype, the expectation. Ekow Essuman being raised aloft, and I think he deserves this night. Will he get it?
Yeah, look, I'll tell you what, you thought early on that Josh Taylor was back to his best. He looked very good, didn't he? That aggression was there, the flurries of shot, the speed, the accuracy, and he looked as if he was putting a dent in Essuman. But the way this man fired back, got in his rhythm and got going was so impressive.
The t-shirt, a salute to Jimmy Gill, the Nottingham maestro, who we loved for so long, who recently sadly passed, and he was just so instrumental in Ekow Essuman's career. Barrington Brown there. Josh Taylor believes he's done enough. Maybe the team do. Will we have a split decision? I don't know, guys. For me, Ekow Essuman deserves it, I think.
Yeah, I tell you what, the career is on the line for both here. For Essuman at his age, I know it's a step up for him. He can go back down to his level, but if he doesn't get the win. But can he at this age, and for Josh Taylor, if he can't get the win against a British level fighter, which is what Essuman has been at the moment, then his aspirations for winning world titles again is almost disappeared. Why would he want to continue fighting?
Look at the teams, look at the difference, look at the smiles in the red corner from Essuman, the fighter himself and the rest of the team. Very morbid in the blue corner.
Yep, they know, they feel they've got it. And will the judges give Ekow Essuman his grand night? How about that for a grand night? July the 19th, biggest of the year. It is Alexander Usyk, Daniel Dubois 2, and it is exclusively live on DAZN, Saturday, July the 19th. Wow, Wembley is going to be rocking, Darren.
What a night that promises to be. It really will be a spectacular night, a great rematch, a rejuvenated, a confident Daniel Dubois.
Josh Taylor rejuvenated at times. Was it enough? Or, as we feel, has Ekow Essuman got it? 3 judges, Ukraine, Italy and Britain. It's down to them.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge John Latham scores it 116 to 113. Judge Zoltan Inyeti scores it 16 to 112. And Judge Giulio Piras scores it 115 to 113, all in favor of your winner by unanimous decision. And now the WBO Global Welterweight Champion, Ekow, the Engine Essuman.
Bang on from the judges. Ekow Esuman rips up the script, and he saddens the Scottish hearts here with the best performance of a career that goes back 9 years. He's had it tough. Ekow, what a lovely guy, and he really performed tonight. Barrington Brown, Jimmy Gill will be looking down. The smile is there for Ekow Esuman. Josh Taylor had his moments, but the body language was right, Darren. The right man got it.
Yep, he just got in his flow, didn't he? He got busy and he showed Taylor no respect. The right hand was working a treat. So he was very smart in the way he nullified his work, getting close, working the body. Don't get me wrong, he had moments, Taylor, but they were far and few between. He just didn't match the tempo, the work of Essuman, who was just really fired up. You mentioned Jimmy Gill, they're fighting for something else, Essuman, and this was his moment. This was his moment to prove that he belonged at a level.
I think Taylor had a good start, and I don't think it was all to do with the engine. I don't think it was all to do with the engine of Essuman. I just think Taylor was looking for that big shot, and I just think his shot selection, not shot selection, the timing of his shot selection wasn't great.
I mean, close on power landed, much more thrown by Ekow Esuman. A really good fight, and Josh Taylor definitely had his rounds and played his part, but the back half, Ekow Esuman, well, the engine was exactly what he was, and you know what? I think he deserves a tilt at a world title. Let's get to Adi with the delighted winner. Brilliant night for him.
Ekow, big smile on the face, and understandably so, the biggest win of your career. You've played a career where you've been the B-side fighter, you've had to go into fighters' backyards before. This is the biggest backyard you've ever gone into, Ekow, against a former undisputed champion, and that was a fantastic performance. Well done.
I'd like to first of all say a big well done to Josh Taylor. He's an amazing boxer. I've always respected him since GB. And second and most, I have to just say a big RIP to Jimmy Gill on my t-shirt. My former manager passed away. This match was for him. Yeah, I've gone as the B-side. I've gone on the away corner. I've come to the Lions Den. I've done what I've done. Thank you so much for having me, everyone.
It seemed to be a fight at two halves. You seem to be trying to adjust to Josh in the first half of the fight, and in the second half you nicknamed the engine, and the engine seemed to crank up a few gears, and he didn't really know what to do with that power, did he?
Yeah, you know what it is? I remember stuff from a long time ago, and we sparred a lot in GB, so I put some of those things into action.
A lot of people were talking about what next for Josh if Josh were to win, right? Josh maybe world title fight. Is Josh having the big fights? I'm going to put those questions to you now because you are the victor. What do you want next?
I already said after my last fight I want world titles, and I got what I wanted. They gave me against undisputed champion. Excuse my French, I was about to say F, but yeah. And I've come through. I've proved I'm world class, so put me on the world scene.
You're 36, Ekow. You look like you're 26. I've been saying this on comms. You're in fantastic condition. How long more of this, Ekow Esuman? How many more years can we see you do this, Ekow?
Well, you weren't listening to my track that I was playing. I say it in my track. Listen to my track, you'll find out.
We're going to play the track back, indeed. Did you struggle in there at all in the first couple of rounds, or was it a case of making those adjustments?
It's a case of making adjustments. Obviously, he's a world-class boxer. He knows how to play with his lead hand, and you know what they say: don't play with a southpaw's lead hand. I got caught unawares for that a few times, so I just did what I had to do.
Ekow, you're taking this very well, because I know this is such an incredible achievement for you. I know the ups and downs of a career when you don't have that big amateur pedigree to kind of push you through. This must feel amazing. I mean, to come here in this crowd and look, you know, they booed you in, they're cheering you out. This must feel incredible.
It's so amazing. Thank you for the people of Glasgow that have been very welcoming to me in the streets in the city. I can't fault you at all. You're a beautiful people. Thank you.
it has to be surely a world title shot next, right? That's what your team want. That's what everyone here in front of us wants as well. They want a world title crack next. Surely we can take a lot of the Nottingham fans over to America and fight one of the big boys.
Yeah, man, take that engine on tour.
Can I jump on the tour bus as well, please?
Yo, come on the engine tour, man. Team Engine. Oh, no, wait. You have to be Team Engine first.
We'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. Ekow, honestly, like, I've known you a while. Congratulations. Incredible win, massive win, and hopefully this does propel you to a world title shot. Congratulations.
I'm joking, man. You're ready, Team Engine.
I'm in Team Engine. Well done, Ekow. Fantastic. Well done. Congratulations.